Hello and welcome to Wade's World, the Deadpool podcast with your favorite podcasters, Phil and Lil. That's right, I am the Phil.
And I'm the Lil.
That's the Lil Hellfire over there. It's on so many levels.
Does that make Charlie angelic?
Who knows what Charlie is? On several metaphysical and cosmic levels, who knows what Charlie is?
You know, I've been thinking maybe we should change it to Tuesday nights because it's Taco Tuesday. I'm kidding.
Maybe.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Random announcements off the top. It's going to be a good one, though.
like anyone's going to know if they don't watch YouTube live. That's right. You can watch us do this mess live. We'll do it live.
In living color.
That's right. All right. So tonight we're talking. Of course, we're continuing our Cable and Deadpool journey with Cable and Deadpool number 9. One of my favorite covers.
Really?
Look at that. Iconic.
Looks like a Spawn cover, if you ask me.
I don't see no cape. I don't see no chains.
Give it a minute.
Maybe you're looking in your house, but I don't see no capes and chains.
A mess. Absolutely a mess. What's the top 10 list today?
Well, as we'll get into, there's the X-Men are in this issue, and then there's also a surprise on the last page. So we went with top 10 gratuitous guest stars, you know, like when you're trying to bump up sales on a book and you just like, hey, what's a big name we get thrown into this book?
King of the crossover. King and queens of the cross-up / team-up / crossover.
Yes. So you're always even, so.
And you're always odd, but Danielle loves it, so that's all that matters. So number 10, this is like, it's been a long time since this has been true, but the Hulk.
That's right. Hulk smash, regular cast.
It must hurt to be a Hulk fan, because he's just kind of like fading into the background.
Well, Banner's like dead in the comics, but I think he's coming back, I believe. Because
No offense to Amadeus Cho, but not my Hulk.
He's too happy-go-lucky most of the time. Yeah, need a tortured, angry Hulk. Oh, need therapy. Okay, number 9. This one hasn't been true for a while either. This was like mostly big in the 90s.
Your era. Era, the 90s. You're the 90s kid. You're the 90s guy.
You're old. Yeah, in the 90s. You know, it was bad when this guy made a guest appearance in every book, including Quasar. Ghost Rider.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
They pushed it so hard.
Yeah, Ghost Rider.
I wouldn't mind having the Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Give him a little 6-book miniseries. Why not?
Give me Johnny Blaze as long as it's not Nicolas Cage.
Concur. Number 8, Harley Quinn.
I'll put in. You know, it's true.
Beaver jokes. Although, you know what? I do like her relationship with Poison Ivy. Usually that's the saving grace of a Harley Quinn book. Yeah. When they get into that.
Funny, then nobody wants to lock Harley Quinn up for doing the nasty with Poison Ivy, but everyone was ready to lock Abby up for Swamp Thing, but Abby's just annoying. Said it to you, have to. All right. Number 7. Let's take another stroll. I guess this is still true to this day, but of course, another like 90s cliche guest star, The Punisher.
Making a comeback, baby, thanks to that Netflix.
I know, if you look at current issues, like I picked up like the last 2 issues, he's starting to look more like Barenthal, too.
Good for Barenthal.
Yeah,
Number 6, Thor.
Yeah,
it's not as true anymore, though, right?
Maybe. I mean, every so often.
It's been a long time since I've ever been tempted to pick up a Thor crossover book. Like,
every so often you'll see like Jane Foster Thor in something. Like a couple months ago, she was in Doctor Strange, and
you know that's not the Thor I mean.
I know. Although I think he's coming back too. You know, Legacy.
He almost has to. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else is coming back. All right. Oh, it's my turn. What are we on? 5?
5. Mm-hmm.
All right. This was true since I'd say 80s, 90s. The Batman.
Oversaturated. They made me hate him so much. I'm just counting. I'm counting the issues to 1,000 for Batman, so I can be done with DC for like at least 5 years.
Name me one DC book that Batman hasn't appeared in the last like 75 years.
Did he actually ever do anything for Constantine? Any of the 3 books? Like him coming in, not Constantine going to him, but him actually coming into Constantine. I don't think he did.
Well, didn't he appear in that Crisis crossover? Well, no, that was Swamp Thing. I'm sure he appeared somewhere.
I don't think so. I know he's done some. I know Constantine has done things with Teen Titans.
Constantine's done things with everybody.
Yes, he has, and that's why we love him. And if you like the character of John Constantine, be sure to stick around in a little bit for Newcastle Crew. Shameless plugs and segues. Don't you love us?
That's right.
So that brings us to number 4. Obviously, he had to make this list because we do a show about him. Deadpool.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
I was shocked that you didn't put that on the list.
I guess there's more than I thought.
What's your number 3?
Number 3, again, true in the 90s. I'd say somewhat true today, although in a different form. But everybody's favorite Canadian bub, Wolverine.
Oh, let it die! Kill it with fire.
Because now it's like in the
space.
Now it's in the Old Man Logan form, but still, I mean, and you can pick up Deadpool vs. Old Man Logan miniseries right now. Issue 3 came out today.
Never gonna be interested. Sorry.
Well, I think they're bringing back the original Wolverine too. Legacy.
They have to. Like it's not. I think you know what they are.
Well, they saw him. I think the Infinity Stone got him out of that adamantium.
Now, is it the cheap adamantium or is it the good adamantium?
Well, I think it was supposed to be good adamantium, but an Infinity Stone got him out. That's the only way.
Yawn. Anyway, number 2. Ending it on DC as always. Dick Grayson, especially now because he is, per volume 1 of the new series, better than Batman.
That's right. He's in the new Batman on DC, man. Wait till that movie ever hits. It's gonna be everywhere.
Titans is gonna blow. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, the character of Dick Grayson, maybe not him as Robin, but the character of Dick Grayson, very interesting, very complex, and you can go so many ways with him. So, makes sense.
It's like Charlie Esser. You can go many ways.
Miss an episode, miss a lot. That's all we can say. It's just running gags constantly.
Last episode, Capes and Lunatics, episode 31, I believe.
Yep. What's your number 1?
All right. Come on. Number 1. This has been true for a long, long time. He even had his own team-up book, and to this day, I think he appears in everyone's book at one point or another. Spider-Man. Peter Parker.
Spider-Man crosses over when no one else can. Oh, gosh. All right. So let's just dive right into issue number 9.
Burnt Offering Part 3.
When the whip comes down. Oh, yeah. Just a mess. I'm sorry, guys.
Capes and chains, that's all it is.
That's why Spawn is still one of my favorite characters. Anyway, when the new 6-pack tears Cable's floating sanctuary to the ground, even though if it means ruining mankind's last hope for peace. And speaking of peace or pieces, Deadpool is tracking down components of the high-tech puzzle that will depower Cable. But you know what? So is everyone else in the Marvel Universe. And guess who actually hired Deadpool to do the job? It's positively exciting. Gee, thanks for that solicit synopsis, Marvel.
First gratuitous appearance, the X-Men.
It's not the first, but it damn sure ain't gonna be the last. But
well, in this issue, it's them, and then on the last page.
Yeah.
And,
spoiler! You should have been reading along. Go ahead and spoil it for me.
Oh no, we'll wait. I mean, and then Deadpool.
Okay.
Deadpool wants to be an X-Man. So what suit did he pick?
Oh yes, nightmare inducing.
The Jean Grey in honor of her comeback. Jean Grey.
Well, you know what? She never really did fill out the costume the right way. Just saying.
Not back in the day, but you know when she comes back, she will.
Oh yeah. She'll probably be looking more like Power Girl. This issue was interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
I found it fun. But it's just like issues finally. It's like, okay.
Something happens, the X-Men try to take down Cable, and they're betrayed.
Exactly. It's kind of like that's like the X-Men like status quo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
But hey,
I
that's
don't.
what you get.
I feel weird.
Oh, you know what else I was gonna say? Did they do some prediction here? Because like when Deadpool's dressed up like Jean Grey, he's like, "I see you staring at me, Iceman," not knowing Iceman would come out 10 years later.
No, it's just Deadpool thinks everybody wants his burnt husk.
Ah, that's what that burnt offering means. Okay.
It all comes together. It all comes together. I thought that the artwork was really great, actually, in this issue.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's kind of touch and go with the art for me.
But it's still Patrick Zircher.
I know through the whole thing, which is weird, but so it's like everybody's entitled to an off day. You get tired of doing the same character. I get it.
Unless it's
And
like
then some
different.
days you go more inspired. And and when he was working on this issue, he felt a little more inspired.
I was gonna say, was it same inker? I'm sure you don't remember.
Yeah,
But
it's the
it's the
same
same
inker.
inkers. Okay.
I understand the grind of it all, especially for the pencilers and the inkers, the colorists who get very little.
And with the exception of one or two members, the six-pack is on Cable's side now.
Shocker.
Because who knew Domino wouldn't take Cable's side, and the rest of them just sold out for money.
Wait, is this the first tinglings of Deadpool and the Mercs for money?
Exactly.
Maybe that's where they got the idea from. I don't know.
See, look how groundbreaking
It's all connected.
It's super connected. Oh, sorry.
Shameless. We're so shameless.
I know. And then we get down to the worst Father's Day ever.
The worst father ever, next to Xavier. I said it. Fight me, nerds.
I don't think they can argue with Legion.
When Magneto's a better father in some universes than you might want to do some soul searching there, buddy. Just saying.
Fighter nerds at Little Hellfire.
Totally.
And then, I don't know, does Cyclops say they were kind of a distraction? Or they were supposed to be the first ones to try to take Cable down, but...
Yeah, now there's... Yeah.
And then we get the clue. Contact Reed Richards. Why? Because who do we get on the last page? The big gun they bring in to take out Cable. Talk about gratuitous guest star that this should have been on the list. Neither one of us put on the list. The Silver Surfer.
Is he though?
I think back in the day he was. I think.
I don't know. I mean, I was big into Marvel. I hate the Silver Surfer, so maybe that's why.
I think back
and the movie definitely was the Silver Surfer for me as well. So
again, back in the 90s, maybe like early 2000s, I think if you had some, I mean, it was kind of a surprise here, but if you had like a cosmic book, eventually Silver Surfer was showing up.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Like I kind of avoided those particular titles back then.
Yeah, if you were anywhere near space, Silver Surfer.
And it's weird because I love I used to, and then I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But Marvel got to be a mess when it came to the space opera kind of thematics of it all. So when Green Lantern's doing a better space adventure than you've got problems.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, I went there. Anyway, I don't know. I do feel like Cable felt a little flat this issue. I didn't believe he would have the charisma to turn. Well, I mean, I guess Domino's. She's a pushover.
Are you back? No, you're back. I think your sound cut out for a second, but you're back.
I don't know. I don't think Cable's charismatic. It doesn't pull it off for me. I mean, he is a Summers after all. Might be my favorite Summers, but he's still Summers.
Hey, you can't blame him. I mean, he did it to save his life. When your dad chips you off, think boarding school's bad. 1,000 years in the future's
Post-apocalyptic hellscape, I know. Like, thanks, Dad.
maybe you shouldn't have let apocalypse infect me with that techno-organic virus in the first place.
Just so messy. But no, I don't believe it. Like, I don't feel like, it's like, okay, the other ones turned for money, but okay. I think Deadpool really shined more in this episode, this issue. So
Mm-hmm. Cable's kind of surprised, wasn't he? He was like, "Hey, I knew you had it in you, but I don't know if you're gonna help me or not."
yeah, which we all know won't last. The tumultuous relationship those two have.
Well, was it this issue or last issue? Like you even saying, like his Deadpool's mind is so chaotic. That's why I get random thoughts and.
It's like us.
Mm-hmm.
Just random nonsense. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Littlest thing I would Taco Bell run as we speak.
No, we were actually just talking about Mexican. That's the funny thing. I was just like, I don't have time. Don't bring it up. Oh man. This podcast is not sponsored by Taco Bell, but if Taco Bell would like to sponsor us, you know where to reach us. What would you give this issue?
I'd have to give this. You know what? I'll give this an A minus because I think the art was good. We actually get some like stuff happening, like action and smack some,
I gave it a B plus, so we're not too far apart.
smack some hypocritical X-Men around.
Gotta love it. What was your favorite page?
Let me see. And then the last page would be maybe Cable getting ready to smack down some X-Men.
It's the glowing eye, of course. How could you resist?
What was your favorite?
I really didn't have a favorite panel. They were all kind of just equally good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really stood out, not in the structure or anything, but it was all pretty good.
She doesn't want to admit to the glowing eye attraction.
That's your thing. I'll leave it alone.
I wish I could make my eye glow.
Well, I think we're not too far from the singularity. So if you want to be a cyborg, I'm sure you'll be able to be a cyborg in the next 3 years or so.
I don't be a cyborg. I want the telepathic powers.
Oh, you want the telepathic power? You're just being greedy now.
I just want the Omega level powers, not to be a cyborg.
Well, no, they actually were just working on making it's like a couple years ago even. You could hook your mind up to the computer and actually move something. I forget which experiment it was, but it actually was published somewhere. So
Nice.
We're getting close. Might not be mutants, but we can upgrade ourselves. And doom civilization.
See, I've been shooting small. All I've been thinking about is like, how can I build my own web shooters?
That's all you want, really?
Nah, some powers would be nice too.
I don't think that the web shooters would actually be able to hold your weight, but I could totally build you some web shooters that shoot some goo. No problem. I don't know if you'll be able to swing from skyscraper to skyscraper though.
God, in the same chest as her capes and chains.
No, seriously, it's not that hard. They're YouTube it.
I saw is that the thing where it said you can build it out of like 2 big lighters or something?
No, not that one.
Okay.
It's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you the link if I can find it. It's been a while since I've had the need to build a web shooter.
You built one before?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We have a contest. The first one who can get your Google search out. The first one who can send me an article on the Spider Woman of Miami who robbed some banks.
You figured it out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Do you have any more random nonsense you want to share?
No, I think your web
of till the Deadpool 2 movie. You have your countdown app out?
No, I didn't put it on any countdown, but it's what is it, June 1st, so It's about, what, 6 months and less than 2 weeks?
You better get that counter. That's going to be our new thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess we can do some shameless plugs.
All right. If you want to discuss any Deadpool with us or cable, because we're big in the cable now because of the movie, we're doing the comics. What superpower would you like? How many different chains and capes does Love Hellfire have? You can always email us, wadesworldpod@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/wadesworldpodcast, @wadesworldpod on Twitter. And of course, the Capes and Lunatics voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And if you can give...
No whips, no chains.
All right, S&M Love Hellfire, where can people get a hold of you?
At Lil Hellfire on Twitter. If you want to live tweet the Gifted when it comes back for its last 3 episodes, or if you want to live tweet about the Flash with me. For everything else, at Adventures in FG, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram at Adventures in FG, and check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com, and please over to SouthgateMediaGroup.com, click on some affiliate links, and help keep this podcast network afloat. Bandwidth's expensive, man.
Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube. If you're on YouTube, subscribe.
Smash the bell so you can get notifications.
That's right. And comment
Because
comment
this man
below
goes live all willy-nilly. Like, you just never know.
comment below on every video. And, rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. Follow us everywhere. All right. Follow me at Nightwing PDP on Twitter. Follow Adventures in FG. Lilith is such the FG. Charlie Esser's the DM. Listen to that today.
Dude, we have to get a game of like D&D going.
All right, that has been your Wade and World. This has been your Wade's World podcast.
Put the shimmy in your china.
It's coming from a woman with lots of lips. All right, everyone. But yeah, we need to get one of those role playing games going. I heard you today talking about the Smallville one. You know, Tyler would probably want to be Clark. I call Riera.
I call Lana.
No Chloe? No.
She inspired Felicity. I'm good.
See, look at all the random nonsense you get in your after credit scenes.
Only podcast after credit scene.
One more time. Maximum effort with capes and chains. Good night.